Another strange dream. The Indians round up the buffalo. The main part of my dream was I was working in a work truck and I pulled up to a rock-like area with clear river-like pools all around and cave entrances. There were 2 or 3 groups of people walking around like a tour.
Welcome to the crystal pools. These 15-foot walls are ancient.
Incredible! How deep are the pools?
Some are over 20 feet.
There was really weird symbolism and statues in the caves. The caves opened to the area with the clear pools of water. You could see through the water to the other areas like a portal, almost like a movie screen.
Tonight, a missing YouTuber and his viral video. It's all part of a mystery centered around Sedona, Arizona.
Of course, the popular tourist destination that we all love and know, and it's known for its scenic beauty and shopping. But don't forget its mysterious side. Crystals and energy vortexes are a big reason why some people visit Sedona.
You could reach through the portals to touch other people and mess with them, or just look and see things. It was like WWE fights and sport games. The leader of each group would always stop to ask me questions to help them with their spreadsheets. I was talking to a group of them walking through the open area with a really tall white guy in a white shirt and a girl and other people. The guy in the white was next to them, and then all of a sudden he was like 20 feet ahead of them on the other side of the pool. I was like, how the hell did he get over there? And he's putting his hand in the water and touching the back of a lady that was somewhere else, but you could see her in the water like a movie screen. He was messing with her back and laughing. We were all gathered together at the entrance of a cave when a spiritual attack manifested in the tall white guy and the girl next to me, because I figured it out, that they could manipulate people. They became monsters and came at me, and everyone took off running. But I put my hand out and said, "The power of Yeshua binds you." And they were bound to the ground under my hand, and it put them to sleep on the ground. And the others came back, and they were just standing over and staring at them because they had returned to normal.
The power of Jesus binds you. The power of Jesus binds you.
They're normal now.
I left and was walking in the open area when a group called me over to the cave area with symbols. Everyone was buffed up like bodybuilders, covered in white powder, paint on their bodies with no shirts. The statues were white and the walls had white symbols on them. He wanted to talk to me about the charts. I told him I didn't want to talk about that. I wanted to ask him about the caves and the statues. He got bothered and said later, so I left. I was called over by a girl and a guy. They were asking me questions about the chart. I was talking to them about it, and they were writing things down. The dude said to the girl, "That's not what the chart says." She told him that's inside information coming from him that no one knows. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was just like reading the chart. I told him that the Indians, which were red with white with an arrow, are going to round up the buffalo, and it was a blue and white buffalo. There was 3 buffalo to 10 white arrows is my guess from the screen on the wall. It was like a month-like calendar with rows. I was reading it, but it wasn't there, only I could see it. I don't watch football, but I know that the Bills had a buffalo on it. When I woke up, I looked up all the team helmets to see who had a white arrow. I found the Chiefs helmet had a white arrow. I told my coworker about the dream of the teams, and then I forgot about it. Sometime later, he texted me the results to a game. On January 21st, 2024, the Indians rounded up the buffalo. Chiefs 27, Bills 24. Strange coincidence, I guess. My interpretation was that sports were willingly demon-possessed, rigged, and knew the outcome of every event, and that Hollywood, music, sports were using witchcraft, that they could manipulate people for fame and fortune. People can willingly be possessed, but remember the power of God can rebuke them.
The devil's in me! No!
The demon has always tried to throw him into fire and into water to destroy him. If you can do anything, have mercy. Help my poor faith. Satan!
Praise be the Lord.
Here are some videos of famous people who willingly invoke spirits. If you will not hear the truth, then no one can tell you.
The night of that fight comes, you're not going to be talking to Deontay Wilder. You're not going to be looking in the eyes of Deontay Wilder.
Who am I going to be looking in the eyes
You're
of?
looking in the eyes of the bronze bomber.
Is that like an alter ego or something?
Ego, it can be a spirit. You know, it may be an ancestry spirit. Who knows? I'm part Nigerian as well,
I don't
too.
believe in all that stuff at
Well,
all.
I do.
Because
That's
Jesus Christ is my saviour, and I don't believe in all spirits and alter egos. And even mentioning stuff like that on TV, you're getting it.
And
Honestly,
that's the difference.
if God is with me,
between you.
nobody can be against me. And if you're entering spirits and stuff into your body, you can't win, you've already lost. You can't beat me. I sit here today as a sincere man who tells the truth, and hides nothing behind no curtains. I'm beating you 1,000,000%. I've not got no doubts. Even after all the time off, you cannot beat me. When you look at me, I'm not lying. I'm not just doing it for the cameras or whatever. I know deep in my heart you can't beat me. I know no one can.
But when that night of that fight comes, that's your time. Your time may come, but this is not your time. You may think it's your time. You may feel like it's your time. But it's not your time, Tyson. This is my time.
Definitely
and it
not.
will forever be my time until I retire. I'm sorry to tell you that because I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. And it's mine.
Let me tell you, all that stuff you just said, you're already beat.
Believe it.
Anyone who has to have an alter ego and not be themselves in there and trying to get in someone's mind like that,
I'm not
you
trying to get in your
can't beat
mind.
me.
It's
And if
not
I'm
an
not talking to
illusion.
Deontay
It's not
Wilder,
an
let me
illusion.
talk to the other person
can't
inside
get
you,
in.
the bronze bomber.
I'm not trying to get in
You're
your
looking at a
mind.
man who stands in the light.
I don't want you
I
to
can't be beat by any
I don't
alter
want you to
egos.
feel me.
I can't be beat.
I don't want you to feel
I've
no type
already
of way.
beaten you. I've beaten you once in Dusseldorf. I'll beat you again in America.
Never.
Can't be done. I can't be beat.
Even when you stand aside me, you feel
I do
the
speak
energy.
it, I do
Even
believe
when you
it,
sit
and
aside,
I do
you
say
feel the
it
energy.
to
I
the
know,
world,
'cause
because
feel
I want the
your
world to
heartbeat.
know the truth. And people like you want them to know nothing. You might say speak it, believe it, see it, but I don't know what you believe in.
Believe it, receive
I
it.
don't, but I know what you believe in. You believe in something I don't.
But that's the problem.
We don't believe in the same
And
things.
this is from a different
And this is
world.
where I don't like
A
you
different
anymore.
culture.
I came here today thinking me and you were similar. But sitting around this table, I know that me and you are so worlds apart.
Most definitely.
Worlds apart.
Light years.
I look to nothing to come
Light
inside me
years.
and win fights. Only the power of God above. That's it. And I get the power from that. I don't get the power from anything else. I don't need a second person to come and help me. I've already beaten people like you many, many times. I bump into people like you every single day of my life. And I give them the same answer.
There's only one person.
Doesn't matter. Do you know what I say to you? Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you'll
There's only
receive.
one person.
Yeah, I can see it now. I can see it. I can see the alter ego coming through.
Don't you feel
You and your alter ego are a pack of bombs.
Ready to go on stage and perform. Does Sasha Fierce, when does she show up?
Usually when I hear the crowd, when I
Yeah.
put on my stilettos, when like the moment right before when you're nervous and that other thing kind of takes over for you.
Uh-huh.
Then Sasha Fierce appears in my posture and the way I speak and everything is different.
Oh, Sasha's coming out.
No, she's not. She doesn't do interviews. She only performs.
Oh, she doesn't do interviews?
No.
No, you leave her home for that.
Yes.
But no, is it like a process that happens too? Like you were talking about the high heels, like once the lashes go on and the makeup and all that stuff.
It's kind of like when I do a movie, becoming the character. Once you put on the wig and once
Yeah.
you put on the clothes, you walk different.
Yeah.
It's kind of this character that I've created over the years.
Uh-huh. And how is Sasha Fierce different than I am?
Well, I know, definitely wearing that bodysuit, I could never walk out here and do
Yes.
that.
Like
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people and he's violent.
It must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every...
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
What I did was got on my knees and sort of communicated with the spirits. And when I came out, I was in charge.
Powerful scene.
Powerful scene. I couldn't have acted that. I couldn't have written that down and made a decision to play that.
What, are you gonna smoke that? Nope, you are. Hell if I am,
Yeah, Jesus freak. Yeah, Jesus freak.
You can see the famous people try to use possession for fame and fortune. Look what happens to them after having all those riches and fame. Many become mentally ill. What used to be viewed as mentally ill is now seen as good, the norm, even promoted. Just look at where our government went. Men dressed as women, animals, openly Satan worshippers, just like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. We were a country ruled by fools, immoral, perverted, not taking care of the homeless, stealing our money.
Sodom and Gomorrah were two very corrupt cities. They were known for immorality, perversion, and violence. God destroyed them because of their evil. This is what happened. Around 1900 BC, 5 cities stood in the fertile Jordan plain. Sodom and Gomorrah were the main ones. They had strong walls and busy streets. Sodom and Gomorrah were cities overflowing with beauty, luxury, and prosperity. But they vanished at the hands of God's judgment. However, the population of this city was summed up by the prophet Ezekiel, who said they were a people who had pride, excess of food, and prosperous ease, but did not aid the poor and needy. They committed detestable sins. Now, what you need to understand about the people of these cities is that they had everything: wealth, power, fertile lands, and freedom to do whatever they pleased. But behind the luxury was a people so corrupt that their cries reached the heavens. God came down, not with any army or a flood, but with fire. The population of these cities was one that did not have the fear of God. The people had completely turned from righteousness and justice. The scary thing about the hearts of those in Sodom and Gomorrah was that they not only sinned, but they delighted in sin.
I believe if we're allowed to have a brief grace period from all of this evil deception and finally get some justice, with the restoration of all things, many things will change and be exposed. I'm still praying for a spirit of Elijah and spirit of Esther playing out. If you don't know who they are or what they did, it's worth looking into. But briefly, in Esther, the evil leader Haman, second in command to the king, fell into his own traps trying to kill the Jewish people. He and his 10 sons were hung on the gallows that he built for Malachi. Malachi was placed second in command and allowed the Jews to defend themselves, defeating their attackers. The annual festival is called Purim, which is on March 2nd and 3rd, 2026. Jesus met Moses and Elijah on the mountain of Transfiguration. Matthew 17:11 says, Jesus answered and said unto them, Elijah truly shall come first and restore all things. What would that look like, the restoration of all things? Would we have a government that goes from wicked, mentally ill people, removed and replaced with good and just representatives? That web is huge and probably involves many different areas of our government. Our 3 branches, executive branch, judicial, Congress, or health officials, CDC, NIH, FDA, Education Department, so much election fraud, and so much money laundering. It involves thousands of people and would probably most likely have an Esther moment, a battle to restore our freedoms. May not come easy. They keep mentioning the Sum of All Fears. Sum of All Fears is a good movie. You should watch it. Here's a quick summary. Spoiler alert, by the way. Nazis are planning to start a war with Russia and the U.S. They find a U.S. plutonium in an Israeli downplaned, sell it to some Nazis who have a bomb made in Ukraine and blow up a football stadium in Baltimore. They find out who did it and kill them all. And here's a few things to talk about on that note. The Super Bowl is in California on February 8th, 2026. This is the advertisement. It's in EMS colors. Will we see an emergency event at the Super Bowl? They keep playing the same opera song from the movie Sum of All Fears.
Yeah, Hammer. It's Ryan. What? The bomb is in play. Dylan's called the AFRAT team. They're meeting me at the docks in 20 minutes. See if we can find it. Dock? What dock? Baltimore. They're breaking out. What do you say? Look, I'm losing you. I'll call you back from the Baltimore. Sir.
stay down.
Some Russian scientists have been working on a bomb. Nuclear. It arrived in Baltimore this morning.
Get those people out of the stadium. Burn it! Stay down!
Well, all we know is the president has been taken off. That could mean anything.
407.
He could be ill, he could be injured. We have no...
For those listening, President Trump is getting out of Marine One, the helicopter. Walks past the Marine. He's wearing a white USA hat. USA. And the song playing is Nessun Dorma, one of our favorites. It's like the signal, right, for all of us to be ready. Fantastic. From that movie, I believe, Sum of All Fears, right? Is that the movie? On the screen, it also has the degrees, 26 degrees Fahrenheit. And it looks like the timestamp is 9:38.
They keep playing that song like a message of what's coming. Joel 2:28. says God can give dreams, visions, and have prophets. You just must test the spirits, as John 1 says. Let's take a listen to what Kim Clement says, one of God's prophets.
Terror groups. This is something you must please take note of. I saw 11 terror groups that were going to emerge, I should say, out of this present group. Now, ISIS, as you know, is more than just a group, or IS or ISIL, whatever you want to call it. God's already shared with us the mystery of Nimrod, ISIS, and countries like Russia, Syria, Iran, and Turkey, and what is going to happen with them and what is going to happen with his people. So, stick with me and then go to Codebreakers and you're going to be well informed today. But I saw 11 terror groups. Now, you may say, well, Kim, there are hundreds of them out there. No. I saw 11 terrorist groups, emerging from this present group, this present display of vulgarity and terror and cannibalism and martyrdom that's taking place is coming before God. And the cry of these people, one of those, in the midst of these groups, one of those is a betrayer. And I spoke about the betrayal within the United States and then also betrayal in this terrorist organization and some of these groups. This betrayal will reveal very important information that will weaken these groups irreparably. There will be no repair for them. In other words, they'll be existing, but they will have absolutely no power. Now, I'm not saying that there won't be terrorist organizations operating, that there won't be attacks. I'm saying there's going to be a betrayal. And when this betrayal happens, these groups are going to be weakened. Now, it's important that the number 11, you take the number 11 because, and I didn't even think of this when I saw it, they were emerging from everywhere, and one very huge one in the United Kingdom and the United States of America. Now, it's a little odd because they're not able to exist, but they are. They don't have to get in through the borders. They are already here. I'm not talking about ISIS. I'm talking about another group of people that are putting on a front that looks good, but they are there to attack, and they're not going to succeed with another 9/11 attack because God already told us this is not going to happen. So put your mind at ease. It's not going to happen on the level that 9/11 took place. However, it's important for us to realize that this group, not ISIS, but another group of a terrorist organization, is already in the United States of America.
Maybe Kim Clement's prophecy may play out. Maybe we do have people looking to stop all of these evil plans against us. If we do get our grace period and justice, we may see our favorite actor, sports person, musician doing bad things. Don't find yourself like Sodom and Gomorrah's Lot's wife looking back, longing for those evil times. Don't cling to what God is saving us from. God reveals himself to all of us one way or another, to each of us. If we do get a grace period, I pray it will be obvious that it was God's hand that did it, and many will be added to the kingdom.
Fulfills the promise he made to our people Israel and reconciles himself to man. God is coming to you. To all of you, even the most wretched. Do not shut the door in his face.
Things are playing out behind the scenes many are not seeing. What's really going on at some point will be revealed, and the battle for freedom will start. Who will stand for this country that has been betrayed from within? Will you be ready physically, mentally, spiritual? Get ready the best you can. Watch what's happening. Seek the truth.
Oh, say, can you see my so proudly we hail. At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A.